Hey everybody, check out this short video to learn the top 5 mistakes that motorcycle riders make after an accident. Hi, my name is Barry Zlotowicz and I'm a personal injury attorney in Chicago. If you haven't already, would you please subscribe to our channel? And if you have any questions or comments about a motorcycle accident or any other injury, put them in the comments section below. If I can't help you, I'll try and find someone who can. Now let's get into the video. In my many years as a personal injury attorney, I've probably handled, probably a couple hundred motorcycle accident cases. I mean, a lot of cases. And so I've seen a lot of the mistakes that people make after an accident, and they make the same mistakes over and over and over again. So I made this list of the top 5 mistakes that motorcycle riders make after an accident. So let's figure them out right now. Okay, mistake number 1. They don't call the police after an accident. I don't care how small it is. Why is this such a big mistake? Well, I did actually a whole video on why it's important to report an accident to the police department. But in short, insurance companies want some sort of independent verification that an accident occurred. Plus, stories change. The same driver of a car who said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I caused the accident," can change their story if you don't get it on the record with the police department when they call their insurance company. So it's critical to call the police department and get the story on the record as it happened right after it happened. If the police refuse to come out to the scene of the accident because there's only property damage, make sure you get it on the record and call them, and then go to the police department and file a report on your own. This is a critical move that you can make to protect your rights. Okay, mistake number 2 that riders make. They don't talk to an attorney after an accident. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying this is a personal injury attorney and he's trying to convince me to talk to an attorney. This is self-serving. It kind of is. But to be honest with you, there's a bigger reason. This game with the insurance companies is totally rigged. The insurance companies know what they're doing. They're billion-dollar companies. Personal injury attorneys know what they're doing also. But chances are you've never had to deal with insurance companies before, and maybe even with a personal injury attorney for that matter. So it's critical to at least do your research and talk to an attorney to figure out what's going on before you call the insurance company, because believe me, they're not on your side. Okay, mistake number 3. This is a big one. If you do choose to work with the insurance company, one of the biggest mistakes I see people making is that they give a recorded statement to the insurance company. I did another whole video on this topic, and I'll put the link to it in the description below. But you don't want to give a recorded statement to the other side's insurance company. They're not doing it only just to get the facts on the accident. They can get that from you without doing a recorded statement. They're trying to get you on the record. They're trying to document your injuries, what happened, what have you, so they can use that against you the next time you're in your deposition or you go to trial. So don't give a recorded statement to the other side's insurance company. Now, you may have an obligation, and in most times you do, to give a recorded statement to your insurance company. You have an obligation to work with them and help resolve it. I'm talking about when you're filing a claim with the other party's insurance company. So don't give a recorded statement. Okay, mistake number 4 that riders make. This is one that's understandable. When you call an insurance company, they're nice to you and they want to help and what have you. But the insurance company is not on your side. I've seen it 1,000 times. The same people who are really nice to you when you first call and file a claim about an accident are trying to deny your claim, diminish your claim, and delay your claim later on down the road. So just because they're nice up front does not mean they have your best interests in mind. Now, I'm talking primarily about the third party's insurance company. Your own insurance may be very nice to you too, and that may be authentic. But remember this, the second you file a claim with your own uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist against your own insurance company, they become adverse. And their interest is the same as the third parties, to pay you as little as they possibly can. So just don't make the mistake of thinking that the insurance company, because they're being nice to you, is on your side. Okay, and the fifth and final mistake that I see riders making all the time. They don't get medical treatment right after the accident, or they allow a gap between medical treatment. So I get calls all the time from people and they say, well, I was just in an accident. Should I go to the emergency room or go to my primary care physician, or what should I don't care. Get medical treatment right after the accident. If you don't, the insurance company is going to use that against you to try and prove that your injuries weren't that severe. After an accident, your adrenaline is rushing. You don't know what's been injured, really. The second thing is a gap in treatment. You treat for 6 weeks, and then you take 6 weeks off for some reason. You lost your job, you don't feel well, you lost your form of transportation. Well, that's a gap in treatment. And the insurance company is going to use that against you to try and prevent you from recovering from the medical treatment you obtained down the road. Okay, now it's your turn for your take on the law. Were you involved in a motorcycle accident and you made one of these mistakes? Tell us about it in the comments section below. Thanks for checking out this short video on the top mistakes motorcycle riders make after an accident. If you haven't already, would you subscribe to our channel? If you want to reach out to me personally, the link to my website is in the description below. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments section. If I can't help you, I'll try and find someone who can.